Hey guys, it's Talon. I'm back with another video. Today I'll be doing my review on my AV figures. If you haven't checked out my AV figures experience, my first AV figures experience video, definitely go check it out. It is a lengthy video, but it will give you a full rundown of my first experience with AV figures. So first, the 501st Trooper was the first one that I made, and then the Camino Trooper was the last one that I made. So you kind of get the order. So I guess we'll start with like what these figures kind of consist of. So just take the first one here, for example. This guy contains a normal Lego plain white torso and arms. And it came with plain white hands, but I replaced them with black hands because it looks better. Same with plain white legs. I used a regular clone face, and the helmet is from this seller called Zing Mao or something on AliExpress. They are fake helmets, but as you can tell, they look very, very good, these helmets. So I also used, to put the decals on, I used tweezers, water, all the normal stuff you're supposed to use with this. I used an applicator sponge to put this on, or a makeup sponge to be exact. And then why it looks shiny and how like I'm able to like take off the helmet and rub at it and the stuff not come off, because I used Krylon matte finish for the applicator spray, or I don't know if it's called an application spray or if it's just called a spray. It's just the spray that I used. So yeah, I guess I'll go into the details of these figures now. Some of these figures might look a little messy, but that's because, remember, it's my first time doing AV figures, so yeah. And the decal, the spray, it kind of messed some of them up, unfortunately. Like, put him down for a sec. The Shock Trooper, as you can see there, that was from the spray. That wasn't even from me. This red part getting all messed up, that was from the spray. So I might be putting too much on, but I don't know. It feels like a good amount, but then it ruins the decal. So I'll have to test that out when I get more of these. But anyways, this 501st Trooper looks awesome. Because with AV figures, they do decals on every part of the minifigure, except like underneath the helmet, which that'd be impossible, and like on the head. And in like impossible areas, like they even do it there, never mind. Or like inside the studs, but impossible areas they don't do, but everywhere else they do. There's arm printing, there's like underneath the arms, obviously torso printing, helmet printing, leg printing, front, side, back, and even inside, which is really, really cool. So this guy looks amazing in my opinion. I'm gonna go grab the normal 501st Clone Trooper really quick for a comparison. I'm back. This is the Lego version. This is the AV Figures version. So as you can tell, this one has definitely a more, how do I say it, harsh blue, or like a darker blue than the AV Figures one. And I think this looks a little more accurate compared to this one, because this one just looks like a regular blue. And the 501st blue isn't like completely just some like regular blue. It kind of is a little like lighter and kind of looks like a sand blue, but not, if that makes any sense. And yeah, so this figure, my bad, this figure has, with the helmet, printing on the front and on the back. The EV Figures has printing on the front and on the back, and this stripe is accurate, because this doesn't go all the way to the back, this stripe on the Lego figure. Also, another difference is that, like, these arms aren't entirely blue. That's why I say I'm fine with the white arms for the 501st Troopers and the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set, because the arm isn't entirely blue. It's just the shoulder pad that's blue. So I kind of think that it looks like too much blue on this figure. If they did arm printing, that'd be amazing, but I guess for Lego, it's probably too expensive. Then the torso, I guess we'll go with the front. I guess, like, this is supposed to be the cartoon version. This is the, like, more realistic version. So I kind of get how the torsos are different, and both the torsos look pretty good. Then the back, this has blue back here. I don't know if that's accurate or not, if that's supposed to be there, but it's there. And then this one, there's no blue back there. It's just kind of the regular back. And then there's no comparison underneath the arms because, well, there's stuff here and there's not stuff here. Same with on the arms. And the legs, for the 501st Trooper from Lego, it's just on the front. On the AV Figures one, it's all the way around, even on the inside. So there are definitely differences there. Definitely differences. So yeah, let me look for where the spray kind of messed up. So the spray kind of messed up over like on this gray part where there's kind of like these dots. Kind of messed that up. Same with kind of like on the mouthpiece. But overall, I don't think it messed anything else up. Other than when it was drying, I accidentally touched the leg of this trooper and it smeared a little bit. But at least it wasn't like the decal actually coming off. It was just like a smear, which I kind of actually rather, because I'd already put the spray on and I wouldn't want to have to put the decal back on. If that makes sense. So that was the first figure I did. For the first figure, I think it's pretty good. I would say it's not the best, but probably one of the best applications I did on all these. Next is the 212th Trooper, which, in my opinion, is my best trooper that I did, because the decal application went on so well. It kind of started to yellow this a little bit. Where's an example? It's kind of hard to see in this light, but it did yellow it a little bit on the torso. So that was a little bit of an issue, but the way the application went on, the decal spray went on, it was perfect. I mean, this isn't screwing with the side at all. It's not like really hard to move the arm or anything. It's not like tearing at anything. It's really, really good. But I'm just going to note one thing. If you put the arm back here, turn the hands in a little bit so they're kind of like that, and you try and push this down, it'll try and rip at the decal. So you got to make sure the hand is straight when you're like moving it like this, so it doesn't like destroy the sides of the decal there. Anyways, this guy looks amazing. One thing I will say, if I remember correctly, this stripe isn't supposed to go all the way to the back. I think it's supposed to be cut off there. I don't have a Lego version to show, like to compare against this guy, nor these two. This guy wasn't even made by Lego, but I can't compare this to a regular Lego figure, but this guy looks amazing. The one thing is this that I think is a little inaccurate, but the rest is perfectly fine. I mean, this guy is decked out all over the place if I don't drop him. Even in the inside of the legs, on all of them. And yeah, I think this is the best figure that I made. Because there's not really any mess ups other than a little miss up there. I don't know if you can see, oops, knock some parts down. If you can see that line that's kind of on the fin on the front, that gray line, that's not supposed to be there. That's just like an outline on the decal sheet. I forgot to cut that out, obviously, so that's on there. That's not supposed to be there. One thing I will say, I keep grabbing this guy and putting him down, but the mouthpiece is a little like kind of curved, so it kind of looks like he's smiling in a way. That's not supposed to be like that, obviously. That was a little bit of a mess up. But basically everywhere else it's fine. And then he's got the clone face. I use the clone heads because I would rather the clone heads, even though you can kind of see skin tone under there, since I want to keep it kind of like as close to being like a Lego as possible. I use the regular clone heads. And since these guys are realistic, they're going to use the angry clone face, not the Clone Wars face. If they were like the cartoon ones, because for AV figures, you can get the realistic or you can get the cartoon versions. And if I got the cartoon versions, then I would use the Clone Wars head. I would use this head with the big eyes that no one likes. I don't really have a problem with those heads, if I'm going to be honest. But a lot of people do. So next we have the Shock Trooper. Like I said, this kind of got messed up by the decal spray. This guy, I will admit, I kind of did rush through him, so he may look a little messy, like this red thing isn't, like this red area on his helmet isn't completely like connected to his mouthpiece, so that's a little messed up. And I think I sprayed too much application spray down here on his legs, like inside here, because this leg doesn't go on all the way. As you can maybe see, there's a gap down in there, and like his legs are kind of like, this leg's kind of like tilted inwards, so he doesn't stand exactly straight. But although he's a little messed up, Shock Troopers are still my favorite legion of clone troopers. I don't know if they're technically a legion, but they're my favorite like type of clone trooper. So I don't really care. I still really, really like this guy, and basically everywhere else I did a pretty good job of applying the stuff. This top fin was very hard. As you can see, I think I showed this in my EV Figures Experience video, but as you can see, there's kind of like more red on the side of the fin there. There, it's like, it's all white, but that's because there's supposed to be these like little crescent things that go there, and this one went on decently. This one like ripped in half because of the way I kind of like cut it, and it curved, and it kind of screwed up the decal, which kind of sucked. But it was really, really hard to get on. This top fin, it looks a little off-centered because it is, and that's because, oh man, it was so hard to get this thing on. To press it, the sponge on the top and for it to stay was very hard, but I was able to do it. This area was hard too, down here, because you had this red part here with the lines here that I just put on, and it came off once, and then I had to put it on again. And then there was these breather things. Those went on, this came off, put that back on, we were good. It didn't give me too many problems, but it came off again. So that area is kind of hard to deal with. Same with this top fin. There's a lot of stuff for this face, or this, not face, helmet, that you really, really have to be careful with. Like this thing back here, you see this kind of like red line that goes over the side area of this helmet. That is very hard to cut. Very, very hard to cut. You have to be very precise with that. And you'll see on the Camino Trooper something that happened with that. So overall, the rest of the stuff on this guy looks very good. Remember, I don't have a Lego figure to compare him to or anything. So yeah, that's him. Next, we have the Camino Trooper. These guys are basically shock troopers on Camino, and these guys got to be my second favorite Legion or type of clone, because these, I don't know, they might seem like they're just on Camino, they never had to fight, they're just guarding stuff. They only had to deal with fives, but these guys, it's not really because of like how they were in the show, it's because of what they look like, and these guys look really, really good. I really like this kind of thing on the side, the Camino symbol, or whatever it is, the Camino insignia, but to just go straight forward with the rest of the body, it looks basically the same as a shock trooper, just gray and with a symbol here, and it looks really, really good. As you can see, the same thing happened with the legs, so that's unfortunate, but the helmet looks amazing. Like, for example, with the crescents, I didn't put the crescents on this one because the first one got messed up and I just didn't want to deal with it. I was able to put this top fin on pretty well, pretty centered, not exact, but pretty good. It gave me a little bit of problems, but not as many as the shock trooper, because I was able to kind of understand what happened with the shock trooper and get better. And sorry, just gonna itch my nose. Allergies still. If you remember from my AV Figures experience, the allergies were an issue, and they still are. It's kind of sad, by the way. I don't like them. Anyone got any like remedies for allergies? Please tell me about them. I'd like to know. Anyways, I hate my allergies, but we're gonna move on. So you see, I didn't put the, like, on the shock trooper, the red thing, the red like circle thing there, is not on the Camino Trooper, but that's not AB Figure's fault. He put that there, but I didn't. Yeah, as you can see, it's dark there. That's because that one got all screwed up. Of course, of course that happened. There's always something that usually goes wrong with these figures. On every single one, something has gone wrong, like in the decal application process. But so this one got messed up first. This one, it wasn't looking right when I applied it on with the sponge, so I just ripped it off because this one wasn't even on there. So I was like, well, we'll just make it match. And I think this is technically accurate to the show. If I know for sure that that is accurate not to have those. I don't think they're supposed to have them. And by the way, like dropping these guys, like me just dropping this guy on the table right there, doesn't mess up the decal. I mean, any Lego figure, if you like drop it from like when you're standing up walking on like a hard floor, it'll probably hurt the figure. It might scratch some of the printing, and on even a Lego figure, and probably even more so with these guys, especially even if they have the spray. But next, as you can see, I did a much better job on this area. As you can see, it's connected to the mouthpiece. This one is slightly not, unfortunately. And yeah, since I had already went through this guy didn't give me as many problems. So overall, a very good figure. Put these guys back. Also, Camino Trooper, Lego doesn't make one, but like Solid Brick Studios does on his Minifigs For You website. And I really, really did want to buy like one, maybe two of those guys, but they're so expensive. I don't think I could convince my mom to let me buy one, especially since I'm trying to save up for the summer 2020 sets that unfortunately I heard. I don't know if it's like for sure confirmed, but they're moved back to September. So that kind of sucks, but it's more time for me to save up. Anyways, it wouldn't, I mean, I would still be able to buy all the stuff that I wanted to for the summer wave if I bought the Camino Trooper, but it's convincing my mom because she knows I'm going to buy all that stuff from summer 2020, and she probably won't want me spending more money on Lego when I'm trying to save up for all the other stuff, and she's all about saving money, so I still gotta try and save my money, and I'm gonna have like $500 left that I could put like half in my bank account to appease her. So then I will be able to save up at Christmas for the Republic gunship, buddy. Oh yeah, I just gave you the rundown on what I'm gonna be buying over the next, I don't know, year, because May the 4th is probably when the gunship's gonna come out. Anyways, if I had David's figure, I will compare him against this guy. I'll make a separate video on that if I get that figure. I really, really, really do want that figure, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it, you know? And like, definitely check out Solid Brick Studios if you haven't. If you haven't, I don't know who you are if you're watching my Star Wars videos. Because he's an amazing YouTuber, amazing mock builder. He sent like 6 Camino clone troopers to Forever Lego Studios. That's because he was building a mock, and you know, this is my mock. 1 base plate. I don't even think this is the biggest base plate you can get. I think there's bigger gray base plates out there, like that are made by Lego that you can buy at the store. So I think this is the size of a green base plate, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to get someone to count this. Anybody who is interested in counting the studs, this is the entire length. There's one little stud over here. So yeah, you can pause that and count that if you really want to, and tell me, is their base plate bigger than that? Because if there is, I mean, doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it, but I'd like to know, so then in the future, when I'm in like college or I have a job, I can buy that if I want to. Hopefully I'll have a job at some point. I was thinking about working for Jewel Osco over the summer, like before kind of COVID thing started. That kind of screwed everything up. So you know, I just turned 15 and it would kind of make sense for me to try and start working. My mom said she started working at 14, so I don't know, kind of makes sense for me to try and make some money, especially for Legos, and to save for college and all that good stuff. But anyways, yeah, what was I talking about? I kind of went way off track, but I was saying, I'm not a huge mock builder, so the Camino Troopers aren't like a need for me, but I really do want to have at least one of David's Camino Troopers. I don't know if they're in stock or not, but I mean, for me, does it matter? I don't know, because will my mom let me buy them? Probably not. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. Will I do a comparison against this guy? Possibly. There is a possibility, but probably not, unfortunately. I would love to, but probably not. And Forever Lego Studios, if you have not heard of him, he he's a really, really, really good map builder as well. He just built Camino, and that's why he got the Camino Troopers from David. And he's taking it down right now because he finished it, but all the like brick fairs and brick worlds and all that good stuff is canceled. Unfortunately, this could have been my first year to go. I actually could have gone this year because my baseball tournament, we didn't play bracket play and we didn't play on Sunday. So I could have gone on Sunday, but well, I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered if COVID thing wasn't going on because we probably would have had bracket play anyways on Sundays. And even if COVID thing's still going on and Brick World Chicago, because I live in Illinois, if Brick World Chicago was still going on, and even though COVID thing was going on, then I still probably wouldn't be able to go because my parents would probably be like, "Well, we don't want you to possibly get COVID," which I completely understand. Um, but anyways, I've been rambling on. I'm sure some people have left the video by now. It's a long video, review on 4 figures, but we're gonna finish it off here. I guess I'll move this back over so we are centered. I wish I could. The Somerset's video. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about. Somerset's video that I made. All those images for film Lego, so they shouldn't be under any scrutiny. And I even checked like multiple bigger YouTubers' videos for like credit for where they got the pictures from, and there was none. So I think I'm fine with that. I mean, if I really have to, I'll add in the description of that video that those pictures are from Lego, but I don't really think it matters. It's just my small channel with 5 subscribers making that video. So, I mean, I think the video was well edited, and of course, when it was edited, I forgot to add a couple of the small little builds from the advent calendar. The picture on the screen, how do I say it? It's the picture like that when you search up a video and you're scrolling through videos, that's the image that you see of the video. That of the blurb of me saying that I forgot those like 3 little micro things came up. So when people search up 2020 summer set wave images and they don't really want to go with big guys and they kind of want to find someone random who made some random video about it, and they find me and they see that, they'll be like, what? I don't want to watch this now. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So it's up, and you guys can definitely go check that out. Also subscribe to the channel, because if you subscribe to the channel, well, you'll get to see this mock. I mean, it already has been posted, but you'll get to see it, like me talking about it. You get to see that anyways, but subscribing will be nice, because then you'll get notifications when this, like, stuff like this comes out. It's perfect. I mean, why wouldn't you subscribe to this channel right now? And yeah, like the video if you like these figures. Not about my rambling. Who cares about that? If you like the figures and my process of, like, making them and all that, definitely smash the like button. Never said smash the like button before, because that's aggressive. You might break your phone. Please don't smash the like button. Just tap it like any other old person. Not old person. I just meant any person in general. And what am I forgetting? Comment down below. Let's see here. What do you guys think of these figures? What do you think of, like, how I made them? And what do you think of the length of this video and me rambling on? I mean, if you say it in any way, I won't care, but do you care for my rambling about randomness? Please comment that down below because I would really like to know. If you guys are fine with it, then all right, I will ramble on and make videos 25 minutes long as it is right now. Actually, 25 minutes and 19 seconds. But yeah. Please comment down below if you care about the rambling, because if you don't, and you've already left the video, well, you're not even listening to this. So, we're gonna finish out this video, and anyone who has stuck around this long, I will thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.